Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
It's a beautiful day in the Cappy Hood, a beautiful day in the Cappy Hood. Please be mine, won't you be mine? I have always wanted to have a Cappy just like you. All right, enough of the Mr. Rogers stuff. And it's raining. It's miserable out there. All right, this is one where we're going to exercise stoicism in control. Because I don't know if society is truly this stupid and they don't get it, or they fully damn well know what they're doing. They just want to bitch and moan. I don't know. These are questions for philosophers who are way more advanced than me. This is written by Gerard Baker at the Wall Street Journal. And I just got the title on this. That's behind a paywall. We're not going to pay it because this is it's a trope now. It's old. It's older than the mold on my dead dog's corpse from my childhood. A good man is getting even harder to find. Here you go. There's the world's biggest violin for your girls playing. The future of mating looks grim as more educated women compete for fewer eligible males. When my daughters were small, they had a favorite bit of doggerel that prefigured some early feminist leanings. Girls go to college to get more knowledge. Boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider. They would chant at me. And anyway, so short version, more women are graduating from college, if you didn't know. And now I guess it's for every 3 guys, there's 4 gals. And this is a crisis. This is a problem because the women's, they're not going to get their hubbies. Because with that shortage, which is roughly a third, or a quarter, depending on how you do the math, that's a severe shortage of men. Because men are going to come, because you couldn't possibly marry a guy or date a guy who didn't go to college, right? You couldn't possibly date a guy that made less than you did. And you guys know this. It's just getting so old where, well, you want all the favorable treatment and affirmative action in the world. You all want to go to college. You all want to make money. You all want to have, but then you still insist that the men make more than you. You'd still insist that the guy have more power or prestige or stay. You have to date up. And everybody's been pointing out, well, do you see as you push out more and more men from college, which I'm going to get to because college ain't all cracked up to be, that there's a smaller and smaller and dwindling pool. Like as you get your make-work welfare job completely made out of thin air at your nonprofit or the Department of Welfare or your social, and you're making your 65 grand, you've eliminated 75% of the guys. Did you not? Never. Yeah, because you can't, you're not egalitarian, you're not leftist, you're not liberal, you're elitist. You must date better. But that's not the main point I want to make about that. We already know that, you want to make a guy that makes more than you. Well, then you want to go and make 6 figs. Well, welcome to the 3% club. The point I want to make about this is why this article and women's presumption that a man who is as educated or more than them is flawed. That education is not what determines the value and status of people anymore today, male or female. Because college education is bullshit. Most college degrees, I'm writing the book, How Not to Become a Millennial. I looked up the percentage of degrees. It's worse than I thought. I thought it was 2/3. 85% of degrees right now being conferred are worthless. And what you women are doing is you're buying into a bubble. Just like the housing market or .coms, you're buying into an education bubble. And especially women, because sadly the truth is, ladies, you major in more stupid shit, way more than men. And what's happening is the smart men, the smart people, are not going to college unless it's for STEM, unless it's for a legitimate degree. And as more and more men have left college, you use college as the final measure. Like, you must go to college. Oh, you have less education than, oh my God, I can't date you. When it's like, you're the ones buying Yahoo at a PE of 571. You're the fools. You're the idiots. College Get it through your head. College does not mean you're smart. It used to mean you were calm and you were ordinary. Now it means you're fucking dumb. You're a fool dropping $100,000 on the cheap for 4 years for some worthless liberal arts degree. You guys are the fools. You're the ones graduating with debts. You're the liabilities. Right? The boys that you're saying there's not marriageable, eligible men out there, those would be the trades. And so I'm going to introduce something to you girls. Those dumb boys who fix your car while you go or fix your air conditioner while you go to your make work government believe job, okay? Those guys are raking in the dough. The oil workers, back when the oil fields were booming, they were raking in the dough. The natural gas, the pipe, mechanics, plumbers, electricians, linemen, those guys are making the dough. And so this is this canard, this lie, and Gerard Baker should be ashamed of himself for not pointing this out, because the Wall Street Journal confuses me, because like sometimes they'll write great stuff and then we get these puff pieces or these idiot pieces. You should be able to point out that if you're looking for men who make more money, right? It's called the trades. I mean, a kid with his associates in whatever skill or trade makes more than little Miss Tiddlywinks with her master's in lesbian poetry studies, right? There are men, they make more than you, even with your, make work Mickey Mouse degree. You can date up. And here's where I'm confused. Do you girls want someone who's pretty? Do you want is education now more important than making money? Like in seeking a man? Do you want a guy who's stable, who makes money, or do you want someone who's pretty, who's got, the elbow pads and the tweed jacket and is a professor who works for $18 an hour as a part-time adjunct at a community college and still has student loans? What do you want? Because I'm not going to accuse Gerard of being a liar. I'm just going to accuse him of being ignorant. It is not getting harder to find a man. Matter of fact, with the economy this good, Gen Z boys, I'm doing the data, they're doing better than their millennial counterparts. Of course, there was this big Great Recession. There are plenty of eligible, marriageable men out there for all you overeducated girls, and they're called tradesmen. And they're masculine too. They're more ripped, they're more buff, they work out, their jobs are physically demanding. They're carpenters. They can fix things around the house, unlike your NBA-laden fuck of a soy boy boyfriend who, I wrote you a poem, sweetheart. Let's go get some kombucha. There's men. There's men. And they're masculine men, and they're tradesmen, and some of them make 6 figs, certainly the high 5 figs. That's what you want, right? Or, and here's where I'm thinking this is it. You girls really don't, it's not necessarily the money, it's the status and the bragging rights. Like, you could take so many things, like your wedding ring, your engagement ring. It's got to be big, right? Fuck love, right? It's got to be big so you can brag to your girlfriends. Your husband, you need him to, like, be a doctor or a surgeon. Ooh, a plumber. Ooh, what's that? Oh, my goodness, Tina. He may not have a college degree, even though he's smarter and wiser, makes more money than you. Because then you can't, is a break? You need, maybe that's what it is. Maybe you don't really want a husband, you just want a thing. You want a bragging right. I've talked about SUV kids. How many people today have kids because they want to have kids, not because they want a parent to raise kids? It's an SUV child. You treat the children like you do your SUV. It's a thing to have. A McMansion. Maybe these are the McHusbands, the McMansion husbands. You want a little doll to show off to your other girlfriends. See, I did it. It's like, is it a trophy husband? Is that what you're looking for? A trophy husband? Where he makes 6 figs, he has more education than you, and we've already gone through the data and the statistics on that. Depending on how much money you make, you girls are all, 25, 30, half of you are targeting only 5% of the male population? Because they must have a college degree and make 6 figs or more than you, and it must be a prestigious or a flashy job so you can break to your girlfriends? Or do you want the honest man who frankly is better looking and stronger, who can actually fix shit around the house, who's actually more reliable? Oh man, don't get me started about my banking days. The number of old washed up baby boomer dude bro frat boys who were businessmen, blah, 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 and then they filed for bankruptcy, and we had to go repossess their Beamers and their Mercedes. And then there's the tradesman who, he's got a truck. Oh, a truck. Well, they can't dirty your precious little fingies with a truck, can you? Those guys, house paid off. They added a garage. They got the skills and the talent. They make great dads. They make great... No, because they're not pretty enough. They're tradesmen. Icky, yucky, gross, uneducated tradesmen. What's great about this... And I'm only going to try and things on a positive note. Old Cappy went through that health scare, and we're thinking it's probably stress-related. I don't want to get my side hurting. Don't want to get my blood pressure up. I do have my coffee, though. I had to answer this. Ending on a positive note, this will solve itself, as everything does. Everything goes back to equilibrium. It's just how much pain do American women want to put themselves through? You women will fight over dwindling numbers that are 1/5 your population. We're talking a game of musical chairs, except for one less chair for every person, or for, you have 10 people and you have 9 chairs and you eliminate one person at a time. You gals are playing a game of musical chairs where there's 1 seat for every 5 people. And 80% of you are never going to get what you want because you mathematically can't get what you want. It's not going to happen. And using Gen X as a proxy, even some of the baby boomers, if that's any indication, you gals are going to grow up, and you're going to be old, you're going to be lonely, you're not going to find a husband. You might want, but you'll throw him back because divorce and things, and he wasn't pretty enough. And meanwhile, there'll be these great guys who are tradesmen, who are mechanics, who are electricians, who are, they're instrumentation. They calibrate instrumentation. It's not boring. It's boring. It's not sexy. He's not a professor. He's not a surgeon. He's not an investment banker. These guys are sitting there waiting. You could date them, but you're not going to slum. You're not going to slum it. Meanwhile, you don't understand. They're better than you. They're superior to you. They make more money than you do. They produce more value for society. They are more valuable to society than you in your make-work government, nonprofit education job. They can actually fix things, build things, do things. You couldn't take a shit without these guys because they're the ones that make the entire plumbing system and the sewer system work. They're real men. You just don't want to lower yourself to their standards thinking this is still fucking high school and middle school. Like it's a popularity contest and you got to wear the right fucking type of jeans. Or your yoga pants. What was it? Lululemon. That was it. Lululemon. I mean, that was the big thing. Little girls are fighting over Lululemon. Well, you'll be alone. And you won't have those men. Because despite being independent-minded, I'm so independent-minded, I'm such a critical thinker, I was taught it. You do exactly what you're programmed to do, and that is go after Pretty Boy Floyd and status. That's the thing. It's not even money. It's status. It's shiny trinket. It's the shiny pony. Look, Tina, I got my shiny pony. Well, do you want a stud? Do you want a stallion? Or do you want the shiny pony that doesn't do anything but shit and eat hay? I know this is going to be a futile request, but to Gerard Baker and to everybody else out there who's just running the same old tired trope about there's not enough eligible men, knock it off. Just knock it the fuck off. It's the same brigade that oh my God, there's a crisis of education in boys. They're not going to college as much as women. Yeah, because they're smarter in that regard. They're smart. They're street smart. They're selling when the NASDAQ was at 5,000. They're selling when in their houses at 2006, 2007. They're getting the F out of Dodge. College is not a good thing. It's a liability. Did you learn anything from the millennial generation? Did you? Huh? Oh my God, the crisis of boys. What crisis? You mean the boys going to trade school for a year and a half, self-teaching them programming and coding? And then at 19, 20, 21, 22, they're making 50 grand with no debt? Meanwhile, double that age, here you got Gen X Tina, who's 45. She's still got 45K in debt from her English degree. Oh, the crisis of boys. Why don't you just knock it off? Why don't you get back to brass tacks and say, hey, you don't have to go to college, and college is typically a losing proposition. And instead of celebrating people who just get accepted into this money-raping operation for, hey, here's your degree, master's degree in puppetry. Oh, yeah, women are kicking boys' ass. Meanwhile, Tony, or Bob, or Frank, or Jerome, or whoever, he went to the Tech Academy, and in 2 years, he's making $30 an hour as a GMAC certified mechanic. No, because God, he came home dirty. He wasn't pretty. We couldn't take him to the nightclubs for martini night. Tina! All right, I know you guys got an agenda and a narrative to plug. I know. We got to get those girls in education. We got to get those boys into college. Oh, my God, college. But if I could have a humble request, ladies, stop bitching and whining about there not being no man to find. Your expectations, they're not delusional. I mean, they are delusional, but they're not even possible. They're not possible. Depending again how much money you make, there's one guy that qualifies for every 5 of you girls. If you get rid of this stupid and irrational request that a guy have a college education and look at men who just make money and are workers and bring home the bacon, you have plenty of men today. But we know it's more important that you have a thing than you have love. Because, oh my goodness, I'm just amazed how brainwashed you all are. It's amazing how easily you fell for that programming. You want status and things and a career and commutes and debt and more debt and MBAs and CBEs and debt and things and stuff. What about love? I don't need no. I can't find a man. Like I said, ending on a good note, I'm happy I'm not that confused. I'm happy I'm not that miserable. And cliche as it might be, seriously, I've seen it now happening. You girls, you enjoy crying yourself to sleep and your cats. Or date Tony the plumber. Up to you. All right, you need help, advice, wisdom. Go to assholeconsulting.com, where I, the world's only professional asshole, answer the questions in reality. That's how you make progress. You base your decisions in reality. Fuck it. Oprah's over there, the Democrat Party's over there, the media's over there. They'll lie and tell you whatever you want to hear. Check out the links below. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.